Hey, my name's Rudy. Welcome back to the channel. So this is first of the post TFNation videos. This is the haul, the swag, the booty, the spoils, the oh my god, I finally got this toy video. Part 2 will be a retrospective reflections video. So yeah, this is what I picked up. Usually I don't structure my videos and I unscripted, but I've given this one a slight bit of thought. I've put everything into kind of buying order, so you guys can see how I bought them, why I bought them, what time I bought them. Did I buy them because of chatting with people or seeing people play with other toys in the bar? So yeah, let's see what I got. So I went and picked up my packs. I did a pre-order. So I pre-ordered a Stambush tee. Whenever you go to a gig as a young lad, or even into my 20s, I pretty much always bought a band t-shirt or a tour t-shirt. It's always such a good memento of the time. As you can see, I've not even opened it. I don't know if I will open it. It's just it's so good, and I want to keep the image fresh. But yeah, we will see. I didn't want to wear it there. I didn't want to spoil it. How funny is that? But yeah, it's great. I don't even know if it fits, but that doesn't really matter, does it? I also picked up the Ladybird book, which I read a little bit on the coach home. This is such a good story, and the artwork's really good. It's collaborative, so you've got different artists, and it's just a real G2 flavour. You know, the theme of TFNation was G2, and it's great to have that G2 memento of that time. And I also got Mike Collins to sign it. Queuing for signings it can be annoying, but luckily when I went there was literally one other person in that queue, and it was the Saturday afternoon. I think people were in the mid throes of buying, and I saw an opportunity to get it signed. I do have some other ones, and I do wish I'd kind of like taken them now, which is a shame. I think if I go to TFNation again, I'll take some other things to get signed, because you know my mum and dad used to read those to me as a kid, and they're not my original ones. They're ones that either were gifts from friends and something that we picked up in a charity shop. But yeah, you know, sometimes queuing can take up to an hour, and that's an hour of time you can have nerding over toys or socialising with people in the bar. So, but yeah, it looks phenomenal. I love G2 colours, and it really encapsulates everything. Ladybird books, Transformers stories, Transformers artwork, and this cute little red bumblebee to be just like the Ladybird books. I think it's a wonderful piece. I'm really glad I pre-ordered it, because apparently they were selling out. I hope they do a second run of them for people that didn't get it, because it really was a worthwhile purchase. Those came, actually, I should have done it first. They came in a super cool tote bag. If I can get it all on the screen. Which, again, it's garish pink G2 colours with the logo. We love tote bags in this house. Anywhere we go, if it's a tattoo convention, or if we go on holiday, we went to Berlin for a holiday once, and we went to the big market on a Sunday, and they'd got just masses of tote bags there. So once again, it's just a great memento. Again, with the t-shirt, I probably won't even use this, because I want to keep it as a keepsake of 2018. You know, my first TFN, so I might just keep some of the memorabilia in this tote bag and have it on hanging on display. Whenever people want to see the collection, oh, just pop your hand in there, have a look at what's in there. When you do sign in, obviously for all the people that went to TFNation, you're seeing the same things as other videos and what people got when they're there. So, but for my other subscribers or people just interested in TFNation, this is kind of the other bits that you got. You got a program which lists all the timings, all the guests, the TFNation character, a little blurb about them. There's one page that I really liked. I think it's the picture of Stan. There we go. Yeah, I absolutely love that. Dare to Believe. More about Stan in the retrospective video. It's so much to talk about. Yeah, we'll get onto Stan much later. But yeah, this is once again, it's just a beautiful bit of memorabilia. It's so well done, really high quality, really well laid out. You know, each voice actor has a beautiful illustration of the character that they play. It's just nerd out about everything that Transformers means to me. Yeah, really cool. So yeah, and the cover. Just look how beautiful the cover is. There's a little ladybird as well. Just, I don't know if you're going to pick that up on the camera, on the booklet. It's just these little details that really, they bring a convention to life, and it's the intricacies. You know, sometimes it's not about the toys or not about socializing. It's just all about these tiny little caveats of information and one-off bits that really captivate you. Perhaps you're queuing in to get into the main dealer, and you're just chatting with people and just, have you seen this bit on this cover, and just, oh, I'm gonna, you know, hopefully try and chat to this artist, and you can just see their work in there. And it's, yes, I was gonna say there's so much to talk about. But yeah, let's get back to the swag. This is one of my favourite parts of the pack that you get. When you bought the weekend ticket and you bought the concert ticket, you got a wristband. I cut mine off and it's laying around somewhere. But they also gave you this. You know, it doesn't mean anything. You didn't need to bring it to the gig, but it's just a ticket stub of the gig. And once again, that's just it's another keepsake that, you know, it just makes those memories last forever. You know, whenever you do go and see your bands, you know, you like to keep the stub, the ticket that you had. And lucky enough, I managed to get Stan to sign that. So yeah, it's just, my hat's off to the TFNation guys. They put so much detail into. You know, they didn't have to do this. They didn't have to take the time to do this, or have, you know, whatever it was, 1,000 of these made. But yeah, it's just, and there's all that information on the back. It's just, which I've you know, I've not even read. But yeah, it's just, these are the things that make the convention for me. So many things make the convention for me. And once again, I don't want to say too much about that because it's all going to be in my retrospective. Onto some other little bits that I picked up in the same vein. So I picked up the Toy Fu zine, which is all about Master Force. For people that have watched my video before, Master Force is my favourite Transformers cartoon. And this booklet is wondrous. It's just got unique artwork in it. You look at all the Pretenders. I've not had a chance to read this. I've been at work all week and I've just not had time to really divulge into my haul. And, you know, nothing's opened. Yeah, I've not really had a chance to look at it. So this weekend's going to be so much fun as I trawl through it and think about what I'm going to say in my next video. And I might even save an unboxing. I might do a part 3 of me opening all these toys that I bought, and there's just information galore, and it looks absolutely stunning. So yeah, these were free. All you had to do was buy something from Toy Foo, which I did. And there was stuff on sold there for like £1, and you got a beautiful zine. So yeah, that's wonderful. Once again, these are all gonna go in my little memorabilia tote bag. What else have we got? So we've got spoke to Ben and Dorian. They gave me their Refined Robot Company issue, Volume 2. At some point, I'd love to get Volume 1, even though I didn't go to last year's TFNation. So you boys, you might end up getting a little message from me saying, "Got any spares?" in the next couple of days. And once again, it's just such beautiful artwork. I was sitting in the bar. See, this is just wonderful photography done by these guys. I was just sat in the bar and for 10 minutes. Here we go. This is sat for 10 minutes on my own, taking a little moment. I needed a bit of free time because it was super hectic in the dealer room. I just sat there with a pint and I literally just stared at this for like 15 minutes. It's all just beautiful G2 interpretations of or digibashed, and it's wondrous. I love the thought that people come into to create this artwork, and sometimes it takes my breath away that people can create artwork of this magnitude. G2 Defensor. It's just, I want these in real life now. They're just so beautiful. And then picked up a little postcard from Mr. Wopshop with some G2 Megatron colours. Yeah, just beautiful artwork. Any other little bits and pieces? Oh yeah, these are little keepsakes of my time, people's business cards of people that I'm already subscribed to. But hey, it's just, once again, they just remind me of 2019 TFNation. I've been subscribed to Ben's channel for years, and same with Toy Grind, Mr. Thew Adams. Yeah, he was handing them out. Stop handing them out to people that follow you. Save them for people that don't. So yeah, he when we exchanged business cards, I say business cards. He gave me the business card. I gave him Skywarp Little Pony, which he was just like, not too sure how I feel about this. And I was like, neither do I. And I'm the one that drew it. It just absolutely escalated. The more and more I drew it, the more audacious it became. So yeah, these are, I know that I don't want to trivialise them, but they are business cards, but they're great. They're, once again, they're going to go in the memorabilia pack. Yeah, lovely. So yeah, that is. Oh no, there's one final thing. So, as you know, I displayed my knockoff G1 Soundwave in the Forge, inspired by the Season 3 episode 5 Faces of Darkness, where the Decepticons are running low on energy and they're all beat up to hell. So I kept my little placard, and for people that don't know, I donated that custom to Graham, the Collector 75. He was one of the main inspirations for me starting my channel, and I wanted to give it to him. I knew he would appreciate it, the most. He loves the character of Soundwave. He loves the Soundwave toys, and I couldn't think of a more fitting person to take that custom. No, it's gone to a wonderful home. The beauty is, I didn't think he was even going, and he messaged me on the coach as I was going down there. I was looking at some Instagram bits, and he literally just messaged and just like, "Oh yeah, I'm going. I'm here." And then I knew I could give it to him. So yeah, but I just wanted to keep that as my nice little keepsake, because that's my first customer. I've never displayed anything like that, so it's great to keep once again in the memento bag. So yeah, on to the toys. So I picked up, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I picked up 7 pieces. One was a freebie, which that was the last thing I got, so that'll be the last thing I show. But to put into context, why I kind of bought these things first, because I was shocked by what I chose, and I think some of you guys will be as well. And as I said, to put it into context, this is kind of why it happened, and this is what makes TFNation great. I kind of went with a wish list. Loads of the wish list wasn't there, and the one thing was, and I didn't even think it was going to be there. A few weeks ago, I was watching videos of the TFCon in Toronto, and I saw that the Make Toys, Maestro, Make Toys, Make Toys, however you pronounce it, the debates out there. The G2 inspired repaint of Downbeat, the G2 Jazz. I didn't think it was going to be there, and me, Zort Rider, and his mate James were in the dealer room on the Friday night, and obviously the barriers were up and you could see people setting it up. James just says, "Look what's over there," and then Rich Zort Rider was just like, "Is that G2 Jazz?" And I was like, literally in earshot. I was like, "What?" It was there, where you could see it, clean sight, and apparently there was 12. So I was in awe. I was just like, "Oh my god, I'm going to get the one thing that I really want. That's on the top of my list. I can't believe it's going to be here. I'm going to get it. It's going to be awesome. I'm probably not going to take it out of the box." So yeah, I spent like the evening super psyched that I was going to get this G2 inspired figure that is going to, I love the character of Jazz. I love G2. The packaging is incredible. Yeah, so super psyched. I get up on the Saturday. I go in queue. I get in the queue about 9:20, and the queue is ridiculous. But I was never gonna. I didn't want to go in there straight, like into the queue straight away, because you're gonna be queuing there for ages, and then it's, from what I understand, as soon as the hall opens, it's mental, and it was. But I did make my way straight to Kapow, because that's where they were selling it. But no, they had all gone. So I decided to do a circuit of everything. So I just went around everywhere, keeping my eyes out for, things that I may want, because now I didn't know what I was going to really buy. I've kind of got a few ideas about other things, like lower down on the wish list, which I'll come to later. So I did a circuit, walked around, went past In Demand Toys, went to the Space Bridge, and I was walking through the Space Bridge. I definitely saw 2 things on there that I wanted to have a proper look at, and they were on the back shelves, not at the front one of the cabinets. And then I got to the end of the Space Bridge, and there was these. So I picked up a mint in seal box, never opened, all complete. I picked up a Gem and the Holograms Stormer. I have wanted a Gem and the Holograms doll for years and years. It's been one of my favourite cartoons in the 80s, one of my favourite cartoons when it got released on DVD in the 2000s. I think the music, the soundtrack, the animations, awesome. The voice acting is incredible. And Stormer was my favourite character. It's the character that I wanted if I was ever going to buy a Gem figure doll. I looked on eBay for these before, and they are ridiculous money, and they're never in England. They're always in America, and they're always hundreds of dollars for one in this condition. And there it was, tucked at the back of the space bridge. I couldn't believe it. But I didn't pick it up straight away because I was just like, oh, it's not going to be my biggest purchase of the weekend. But I didn't, as I said, I didn't pick it up straight away. I thought I'll do another circuit. I'll have a little walk around because there was other things I was interested in. There was Dracula and Rouge, because I love my season 3. I love the Rebirth. And I thought, I'd pick up something in that style. So I did another circuit, walked around, and I came back to the space bridge. I was umming and ahhing about other things that I'd seen there, some G1 bits and pieces, and I just thought, right, I'm going to go back and I'm going to have a proper look at these Gem figures. And there was 5 there. So there was 2 Gem, 1 Aya, 1 Rio, and Stormer. By the time I got back, Gem and Rio had gone. So there was 3 there, and I was just like, this is it. People are going to pick these up. If Gem's going and Rio, maybe one person has bought those 2 to have as a matching set. And I looked at Gem and I just thought, yeah, Gem's pretty cool. But it's got to be Stormer. And I literally picked it up and I was just like, this thing is just the best. And I was just like handed over my money straight away. And the lady that served me was just like, yeah, good choice. And then literally Paul just like, you buying Gem? And I was just like, yeah. He goes, oh, I've got so much more coming in soon. I was just like, I just need one. I've got plenty of other G1s to get. Later, you'll see me again. So yeah, this is my first purchase, and it's never coming out of the box. And it was a talking point with people walking around. Dave and Emma just like, have you just bought a doll? And then we were just like, yeah, he has. Of course he has. So yeah, it's just and literally this came from not being able to get G2 Jazz. But yeah, to go back to my original point, it totally changed the way that I'm thinking about buying toys and collecting at TFNation. It really changed my perspective, and it's really enhanced my convention, because as I go through the other things I picked up, it made a real difference. The not getting the thing that you wanted, it's a blessing in disguise. And from people creating wish lists, do make the wish list, because it gave me a clear direction of what I wanted, and I wouldn't have just bought things for the sake of it going in there. But so yeah, so that's obviously started off an incredible journey. So yeah, Stormer, Susan Blue, who voiced her, as some people know, Marissa Fairborn and RC. So that a little Transformers connection there. So yeah, moving on from that, I walked back around and I went to Toy Fu. I was always going to pick up something from Toy Fu. And I'd looked at various things on there. There was some lovely G1 stuff, a little bit out of my price range. And I saw Hose Head. I know a certain person wanted Hose Head, so I didn't even look at that. And then when I did meet up with Zort Rider, he was already kind of looking at it. There was a G2 Snarl that I wanted, but it was too loose, and then I saw that it was at the back and it had fallen apart. What they did have there though, and it was damaged, and I wouldn't have bought it, because the mandible was gone. It was a Dragon Sludge. So Dragon Sludge is this kind of prehistoric pre-Transformers Dinobot thing. So it's the sludge toy, but it's got Snarl's wings on the back. And the guy said, "Yeah, oh yeah, I bought 3 of these things. They're weird KOs." And I was just like, "God, that's really, really cool." But it's too damaged. I would never be able to get a replacement beak bit because it's a bit different to the original sludge. But just to even see one, I was just like, "Oh, this is really, really cool." But I did pick up a Sharkticon, a nice little Gnaw. It's missing its mace, but who cares? Usually I don't pick up things that are missing pieces, but it's for charity, and it was literally £2. And he's great. He's so good. I always wanted one. Always wanted one, a G1 Gnaw. Kind of on the wish list, on the Holy Grail. But I don't know if I talked about that in my previous video. I don't know if I put a G1 Gnaw in my top 10. But then again, there's loads of G1s on the Holy Grail wish list. So I was super pleased to get that. It's a great little figure. And as you'll see, I've slowly got some other bits and pieces that are going to sit on the shelves with him. So yeah, great little bit from Toy Fu. So yeah, the next thing I purchased. So there's a little story to this one. Headed back to the bar. I picked up Stormer. I picked up Sharkticon. The dealer room was too hectic again, so I just went back to the bar. Met up with Borders Dude and Zort Rider and his mate James and his friend, whose name I sadly have forgotten, but she's new to collecting toys and Transformers. A girl he works with, and she picked up some really cool G1 bits and pieces and a She-Ra book, and I was just like, wow, you've picked up really cool stuff. And I saw that Rich was getting his bits and pieces out, and he picked up a couple of like G1s, and Borders Dude was looking at it was a Power Baser possibly. It might have been a Power Master Prime toy of some description. And there I was with Stormer, who I'm not going to open, and a tiny Sharkticon. I was just like, oh, I've got really nothing to open or to deal with. And Richard just picked up Stepper, G1, and he picked some Skids. And he was just like having fun with G1 figures. Just like, oh my god, this is frustrating. And I'd seen a G1 toy at the Spray Bridge that I'd had looked at about 10 minutes ago before I went to go and sit down. I said no because there was bits and pieces missing. And I was just like, oh, I'm being really picky about this. I need to change. I need to stop being so, oh, it's got to be in the box. Oh, it's got to be super duper tidy. So I went back. I was literally said to Rich and Borders Dude, I'll be back in a sec. And I literally dashed back to the dealer room because I thought somebody would buy it. Because it this toy was incredibly cheap. And when I show you what toy it is, you'll be blown away. Because it's one of my holy grails. And I got it for a ridiculously good price. Literally because it's incomplete. It's incomplete for when it's in vehicle mode, which I'm not going to display it in vehicle mode. It's going to be in robot mode. And I picked up an E-Hobby Detritus. So yeah, that was on the wish list. I did not think I'd be picking up a E-Hobby toy at all. I didn't think I'd be picking up Detritus with a box. He's missing like the tyre and the Jeep cannon and the oil can. Those things aren't needed for robot mode. So he's going to be displayed in robot mode, and he's practically perfect. There's a couple of like chips which you can't even see when he's transformed. So yeah, literally rushed in to get this, had a proper look at it, and I was just like, yeah, I want that. And then I came back to the bar and got it back out on the table, and Borders Dude and Rich were just like, oh my god, you just bought Detritus? And I'm like, yeah, I did, and I got it for this amount of money. And they're like, what? What the hell? And I was just like, yep, just one Holy Grail. Well, if you're thinking about Stormer, I've got 2 Holy Grails now. So yeah, it's just, and it calmed me down because I could just see them fiddling about with toys and G1 goodness, and I was just like, yes, this is it. This is what being part of being at a convention is about. So I'm stoked to have detritus to add to my e-hobby collection. He's going to look great on the shelf wherever he goes. And it's the G1 hand mould is lovely, and it's, I think even the moulding press is long gone. You know, you're never going to get a reissue of that, and these go for ridiculous money on eBay. You're talking like £100 for this toy, and I got it for a third of that, less than that. So yeah, incredible. So that was that. So this is the next purchase I got, which was right at the end of the day. So you know, we went and chilled, and we walked around, took in a couple of the panels, a little bit here and there, just kind of hung out, said goodbye to a few people because they were staying in different hotels, and then met back up with Thought Rider, and he was at the toy food table. And if you've watched his video, he bought something there, and he was looking at Hose Head. It's a toy that he's wanted for a while, and he was umming and ahhing, and he ummed and ahed for a bit. And at that same point, we'd been umming and ahhing about this guy, so the Takara Legends Cup, and we'd been debating this for like hours and hours and hours, like literally 4 hours. Because we both really like it. We both, it's like, should we get it? You know, it's at a good price. And there was 4 there, and we were just like, yeah, somebody might buy these. And we're just like, no, I'm not too sure. Hours, literally hours and hours. It's one of the defining moments of the convention. It's like how much time we thought about this. And he was just like, oh, I'm sticking with Hose Head. And I was just like, right, you go buy Hose Head. I'll run over and I'll get Takara Cup, and then I'll get it out and you can play with it, and then that's some sort of fulfillment for you. Watch Thought Rider's video because you'll see what happened to Hose Head. And what happened subsequently is he went and bought this as well. He just literally, I didn't see him for a few hours, and then he was just like, look what I bought. And I was just like, yay, we've both got this now. We could have done that at like 1 o'clock. So I'm really excited to get this guy out. As I mentioned, I love my Season 3, and I love the Rebirth and Target Masters, and he's one of those. I also, this reverts back to talking about me changing the way that I collect, and this is the first new toy, even though Titan's Return isn't exactly that new. It's a good year or so now because we're on to Power of the Primes. The last new thing I bought was Masterpiece Hot Rod. You know, talking that's good a few years ago. So I need to get into collecting newer toys, just so I've got a good mix of vintage and new that can sit together. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to. Let's get my words out. Really looking forward to and excited to get this guy out of the box. He looks just like he does on the screen. Lovely colours. His headmaster's really cool. He comes with his Target Master, and yeah, he's going to be wonderful. So yeah, that was the last of my purchases on the Saturday. So yeah, then as we know, we hung out some more, and then just went to the concert. So Sunday morning, I'd learnt from the day before that I didn't need to queue, so I got to the dealer room at about 10, and there was two more purchases I wanted to get. I budgeted out all my money for various bits and pieces: my food, my drinks, my toys, any other bits, any eventualities, backup money, and I'd seen a toy the day before. But I hadn't actually looked at it. I didn't ask to get it down. And I'd ummed and ahed about it throughout the night. And I was just like, do I want this? Because it's kind of slipped under my radar a few times. And they're now ridiculous money, again, on the secondary market. And I didn't really think I'd ever get one in this condition. So I went straight to the space bridge straight away. As soon as I got into the dealer room, I didn't look at anything else. I didn't want to look at anything else. I didn't want to get swayed by, buying blowing all the last of my money and have nothing to drink or to eat on the journey home. So I went to the space bridge. I was so happy with the bits that I'd got before, and I could see it up at the top, and I was just like, I'll see what they're like inside, because I could kind of see that the inner tray was not there, but the box looked impeccable. And once again, it comes back to the Rebirth. I love the Rebirth. I love G1. I love these colours. All the weapons were there. I picked up for such a good price again. I picked up the Decepticon clones, Wingspan and pants. All complete, just no inner tray. I've wanted these for years and years and years, and I've just never seen them for the right price. I remember back in the day, many years ago, watching Graham's video on them, and I was just thinking they're so good. It's just the teal, the pink, the colours. They just look great in beast mode, and they're G1, they're the Rebirth, they're everything I love about a toy. They give me absolute emotion. They give me nostalgia feels. They're so important to me as a collector, as a child, as the hunt for the Holy Grail. They're absolutely great. And do you know what? I'm going to do a part 3 after I've done my retrospective. I'm going to do a part 3 when I get all these out, so people can see just how wonderful they are. There's the stickers are a little bit gone. You can see that they've been played with, but they've been well looked after. It's just, I know there's a history behind these toys. They have been played with, and yet they've been kept by the owner in a collection. Perhaps this person had it as a toy and then just thought, these are great. I've had fun with these, and now I'm going to put them in a safe place for a while. I'm going to put them on display, and it refers back to the way that I have been collecting, is that maybe it doesn't have to be perfect. Maybe it can have a little bit of damage. It can, maybe not have everything there. As long as it gives me that feel and emotion, that's more and more as my collection grows bigger. That's how I want to have my collection. I want to mix new with old. So yeah, now I'm very much in the zone of picking up the Power of the Primes Punch Counter Punch. I'd love to see these two together on a shelf. And again, that's a new toy that I've got no Power of the Primes yet, which I will do. I'm definitely loving the Terracons. I know that I've seen people get them out of the packaging. Blot looks cool. Ripper Snapper, they all look cutthroat. They look so good. I've got a thing for monster bots now, I think. Beast Swarmers, animals. They're so great. So yeah, literally, I love it. When I get into my retrospective, when I talk about the secret space that me, Dorian, Ben, and John Borders do sat in, because at one point I was literally just sitting down staring at this thing. So yeah, that's for part 2. And then on to my final purchase, because I realised I'm going on for 38 odd minutes now, but I'm having so much fun talking about it. So if you're happy to keep watching a 45-minute video, please do. So yeah, got to about 1 o'clock. My coach was at 3:10 from Brunel Street in Birmingham, so I knew I'd kind of got to maybe head back at about 2, just so I didn't miss the train and the little trek. And throughout the day, I'd been walking past a Kapow store, and I'd met Andy. Andy and I have chatted before, when I previously bought stuff from Kapow, when he was really helpful when I was buying the Big Die X from Starfleet, because he was really disappointed with it when it came out, and I'm like, oh my god, it's like my favourite thing. So I chatted to him for a bit, and his mate Stubbsy, who apparently we live so close together, and we never knew, and he's friends with my friends. It's a small world. So yeah, it was good. So, and I went to Kapow, and I knew once I bought Cup, I was just like, he needs a companion piece, doesn't he? And these were cheap at Kapow. I picked up a Takara Blur. Once again, Season 3, the Rebirth, Target Masters. He's not a Target Master, but he looks just like he does on the screen. Both Alt Mode and Robot Mode. He just looks... He looks wonderful. And I can't wait to display these together. So now, I only got one more to get, and that's going to be Takara Hot Rod, and then I'll have the Autobot trifecta, as I like to call it. We've got the Decepticon trifecta with Galvatron, Scourge, and Cyclonus. I'm going to do the Autobot trifecta of Hot Rod, Blur, and Cup. And my whole plan is to, when I get them on the shelf, is to reenact Target 2006. That's my plan. And then, because I bought something from Kapow, I got a nice little freebie pewter. Looks like Ultra Magnus. Yeah, number 3, Ultra Magnus. So that's going to be a cute little bit. That's definitely coming out of the box, and then just going to sit on the shelf. So yeah, that's my haul, my swag, my booty, my oh my god, I've got something. Yeah, it's just, I'm blown away by the figures that I chose. They're standout pieces. There's Holy Grail pieces. There is new pieces, freebies. There's cool artwork. There's signings. Yeah. The haul. As you can see, I'm speechless because I've not really looked at it properly. So yeah, I've got the weekend to really get involved with it, and I'll save the unboxings of everything, apart from Stormer staying in the packaging, and then I'll do a video of me unboxing them. So yeah, thanks for watching a 43-minute video of what I got. And I'll see you on the retrospective, the reflections. As always, take care, and I will see you all soon. Thanks. Bye.